Good day and welcome to lesson number 2, summarizing a text. For today's lesson, we have the following objectives. At the end of the lesson, you will be able to define summarizing as a process, determine the reasons for summarizing, and differentiate proper from improper summarizing. So let's answer the first question. What is summarizing as a process? Now, summarizing is known to many as merely the shortening of a text, but there's more to summarizing than just shortening it. As an important skill in critical reading, summarizing is often used to determine the essential ideas in a book chapter, article, or parts of that article. Now, these essential ideas include the gist or the main idea, the useful information you can find in the text, or even the keywords or phrases that help you meet your reading purpose. That being said, summarizing is generally done after you are done reading the material. However, it can also be said that while you are reading a text, summarizing can be done simultaneously. But why do we summarize at all? There are 5 major reasons why summarizing is done. First, it tests out and deepens your understanding of the text. Second, it helps you to learn to identify relevant information or key ideas in a text. Third, it helps you combine details or examples that support the main ideas. Fourth, it helps you concentrate on the gist or main idea and keywords presented in the text. And last but not the least, it also captures the key ideas in the text and puts them together clearly and concisely. So how do we summarize a text? There are multiple steps in text summary, and the first one is always to read and reread the text. You can only understand the real meaning of a text when you have read it multiple times. So the first step is to read and reread the original material. Second, while you are reading and even after you have read the text, you have to select and highlight the key ideas from the text and the phrases that can be associated to these key ideas. You can make use of highlighters or even annotate at the borders of the page of the book that you are reading. You can place there the key ideas and the key phrases which you think are relevant in creating your summary. Once those key ideas and phrases have been highlighted or identified, it is best to establish a relationship between the ideas and the phrases using a concept map. A concept map is usually constructed using shapes, lines, arrows, which help you to arrange your thoughts and the relationships of those thoughts properly. Fourth, once the concept map is done, you have to create your own version of the key ideas and phrases, and you have to use your own words. In a nutshell, this is called paraphrasing. And please take note that once you paraphrase, when you create the paraphrased version, you have to refrain from adding your comments about the text. There must be no comments about the text itself. This points to the objectivity of the author, your objectivity about the text. So no additional comments. Fifth, you have to compare your summary to the original text. Why is this important? This is important because the message of the original text must be maintained in the summary. If the message of your summary and the message of the original text do not match, then there is something wrong with the summary that you have created. So you have to go back to the original material, read the material again, and see where your summary skewed. Okay, the summary must match the message of the original text. And aside from the matching message, your summary also has to be shorter than the original text. Last but not the least, once you are done identifying the key concepts, writing your paraphrased version, and comparing your summary to the original text, you have to make sure that all borrowed sources are cited properly. In this case, we use the APA format 7th edition. Now, while there are a myriad of options that you can choose from when writing your summary, this is my personal take on the matter. The summary must contain the following components. First, the main idea of the original text, followed by key points 1, 2, and 3. Now, each key point is also supported by 1 to 2 supporting details or phrases found in the text. Finally, you also have to include the conclusion or conclusions made by the author in the original text. Please take note that in this outline, you are going to place words, phrases, or if you prefer full-on sentences, then you may do so as well. But make sure that after this outline has been filled out, you are going to create your concept map, and after which you are going to compose your paraphrased version of this outline. From the outline, concept map. From the concept map, the paraphrased version of the outline, which will give you your article or text summary. So when is it considered not summarizing? Okay, what are the common misconceptions about text summaries? It is not summarizing when, number 1, you simply write down everything that you have found in the original text. We are not encouraging copying and pasting things or phrases from the original text into your summary. No. If you have the impulse to copy and paste, then please avoid that impulse at all costs. Second, when you write down incoherent and irrelevant ideas and ideas which are not stated in the text, then you are not summarizing as well. Remember, you are not supposed to give your own comments about the text, nor are you allowed to add concepts which are not found in the original text. Lastly, it is also not summarizing when, after you have compared your text to the original text, you find that your summary is of the same length or is longer than the original text. Remember, your summary must be shorter than the original text. So if you find that your summary is of the same length or it is longer, then you did not write a summary at all. Fun fact, usually a summary is 1/3 the length of the original text, which means if you have a text which has 15 sentences, your summary may be 5 sentences long, and that would already comprise a sound summary depending on the components that you have placed. That being said, I believe that we have gone through the following objectives and we have fulfilled them in this lesson. We have defined summarizing as a process, we have determined the reasons for summarizing, and we have differentiated proper from improper summarizing. For my students, your assessments for this lesson are found in your learning management system, in this case, Blackboard. So I guess that would be all for today. That concludes our lesson. This is Sir Dardar wishing everyone a great day ahead. Class dismissed.